Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, I was going to make a video about the JP Aces of the Arena ranking scandal, but we got the new Abyssal costume for Sarafa, so we can pull for her and then talk about the controversy at the same time. I got my script here. But yeah, a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, we'll say. But can I say here how much I regret doing the Abyssal challenge account? Such poor support and availability for the girl monster characters, and then the sun moon characters are just so much better without that cooldown debuff. I mean, like, you compare this Sarafa to like Griff, for example. It's just sad. I don't even want the old Abyssal characters anymore. So when I pull in here, you know, I'll stop whenever I get her. I'm not going to go to the ceiling if I don't have to, hoping for other Abyssal characters along the way. And watch that they all start coming now. But I'm going to keep the JP account overall. It'll be useful if I want to check translations of things, or like in the case of Fio's Secret Story. They are on a more advanced schedule than global, so yeah. Maybe I'll go ahead and start using the costumes that I don't have in global, like the mechanical Yuzuki and Hina, those people. Alright, but let's pull. Oh, let's look at what they do first. Alright, Sarafa, top tier attack. HP's not bad. Character skill, 4 hits, 420% damage. Extra damage when water element. That's a super high multiplier though, even though without the water buff. And then buff attack for the party, 45 seconds. She's really good. Puts Abyssal Griff to shame. Alrighty. Right, she's got the usual Abyssal thing. Attack up. Agility down. When equipped with water weapons, attack and HP up. And then Bold Vigor for 30%. Okay, power creep. Debris. Let's see, attack up 20%. Defense down 20%, fine. And her spear. Yeah, if we had heard that there's going to be a water element spear user released today, Abyssal, we all would have said Argo. But at this rate, Argo's probably never going to be released, because who would pull for him at this point? Yeah, water damage up, bold vigor, water damage up, bold vigor, yep, excellent spear. And we got a water greatsword. Maybe I want to talk about the buffs that some of the summer characters get, but I come to a conclusion there that might be surprising. Good HP for a greatsword, I want to say. Maybe a New Year's 063Y would like this. 5 hits, 85% damage. That's pretty good for a Hatcher weapon. Self-heal. Okay. Water damage up. And water haste. Yep, I like anything with haste these days. Then we got the staff. This would be really interesting for maybe kind of tanky arena teams. With very high HP, low attack, but has a heal for the party, 20%. And then damage scaled off of defense. So you can build a very defensive staff user, and then get extra damage from this, so that's cool. Also break the attack for the party. And then defense up, and water haste. Excellent. Okay, let's start pulling. Alrighty, so let's go over what happened with the JP Aces of the Arena ranking scandal. There was a points adjustment at the end. Some matches counted when they shouldn't have been counted, so the... whoa, no yellows. Is that right? Like some matches that finished after the time were counted when they shouldn't have been, so they changed the rankings afterwards. I saw some loading time there. Purple. Okay, good. Not Sarafa. I haven't even begun my essay here. Change. Okay. Alright, that looks like Abyssal. Come on, not Sarafa. Oh, okay. there's the polls. So I guess we'll just stop here, and then we'll move over to reading my script. Alright, the scandal came in from who ultimately got number 1. It was someone who bought their very strong account. Buying accounts is in a gray area. It's certainly not as bad as hacking or theft, but it is still against the terms of service as outlined in the game. Normally, I think most people wouldn't care, but to use a bot account to take number 1 in a PvP-based event is just in poor taste. It's waving it in everyone's face. The developers are aware of this account and how it came to be, but they will not do anything about it, and this will give me a chance to again assert my unpopular position. Gaming communities have a responsibility to police themselves, to shun and shame hackers and cheats, to make them pay a price high enough to discourage them from doing it in the first place. Unfortunately, I don't see this reaction in the JP Nier Reincarnation community being hard on the user or the developers, and I chalk it up to 2 things, probably. One, there are a lot of casual users that don't understand that they have such a responsibility as a community. And then 2, PvP is not really a focus or selling point of this game. On the first point, a lot of users think it is completely the responsibility of the developers to manage hackers and cheats, but as we have seen in dozens of games over many years, the developers don't act as often as we would like, and when they do, it's usually too little, too late. I've talked about it, but this is because it's too expensive and it's too difficult to do well. And so, the community must share some of the responsibility, and they can do their part by creating an environment where cheaters and hacks will be discouraged or punished. To the second point, PvP is not a major part of this game. It's very important to some users, but it's really not that important in the big picture. There's only one anemic PvP mode, and it pretty much hasn't changed since launch, and there are like no guilds and stuff. And they're not going to make any from now, I can guarantee you that. I recently condemned the actions of a content creator for another game for exploiting a bug that granted a butt-ton of premium currency, because in that game, PvP is a central focus of the game and of the business model. But in Nier Reincarnation, it's not that big of a deal. But for everyone who does enjoy PvP in Nier Reincarnation, those who have put a lot of time and their money into their accounts with PvP in mind, they will enjoy it a little bit less with this person waltzing in and taking the number 1 spot. Yes, they still had to put in the work during the event, but they didn't have to put in the work building the account in the months and years leading up to the event. That hurts honest players' motivation to play and spend in the game. It hurts the game as a whole. It's destructive to pull such a stunt, and it lacks tact and decorum. And so I would say that, it's the community's responsibility to shame and shun this person, but the real finger in the eye about all of this situation, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, is that the person is not even a member of the JP community. They may not even live in Japan. Harming your own version of the game is disappointing. Harming another version that you are not even a part of is especially galling. Perhaps you think what I say on my channel damages the game or the community, but whereas I address uncomfortable truths, this person is making a mockery of everyone else's investment in the game, and that is truly damaging. Okay, I think that will do it for this video. Very short on the polls. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.